All right, I just cut into my puffed pastry sheet and I just put the lines all nice and pretty so we can add our hamburger meat. And that's just gonna go right down the center here. Just like that. I did pre-cook this earlier, so it's probably not really hot right now. All right. So let's go ahead and get that centered. Perfect. Oh, this is gonna be so delicious. And now I have some diced onions and I'm gonna just add those right on top of my hamburger. You can already see this is gonna be a delicious dinner that I am making in a puff pastry sheet. And now I have some rotel, and that's gonna go right on top of my onions because we gotta get some tomatoes in there. All right, perfect. I did not add the whole can because that'll probably be a lot of tomatoes. And now I have some taco seasoning and I'm just gonna add that right on top. We didn't mix it into the hamburger. We're just gonna sprinkle it on. Flavors will all blend together just fine. And now I have my Mexican cheddar cheese. Gotta have lots of cheese for these taco dishes. So we're gonna add this entire package. We want it to be nice and cheesy. Yum. All right, perfect. And we are almost done. Now we're gonna add some Monterey Jack cheese. And this is gonna go right on top of our other cheese because this cheese melts so nicely. This is gonna make it perfect. All right. And I'm gonna add on a little bit of cilantro that I cut up. And this is of course optional. We like to have cilantro in our meal because it just gives that extra little kick of flavor. All right, and that's it. Now we're gonna go ahead and close this up. And we are just gonna start by folding these across. All right, so now let's go ahead and get this closed up. I'm just gonna fold this over right in front of my meat, just like that, because that's just gonna hold our end closed just perfectly, just like that. And we're just gonna squish that down, and then we're gonna take our sides and just fold them over like so. All right, and then we'll get that one. And we're just gonna work our way down. And this is really so easy to do. It looks a lot harder than it is, but when it all gets done cooking, this is gonna be so delicious. You're gonna love how this turns out when everything comes together. We're gonna be seeping with the cheese, yum. Got a little bit messy with that one. All right, almost done, last one. And now we're just gonna close it up at the end here. Wow, this is looking so good. All right, perfect. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and put this on a pan. All right, now I have this on my pan. I'm gonna go ahead and brush this with some butter that I've already pre-melted, and that's just gonna go all over our puff pastry. This is definitely gonna help it cook perfectly in the oven with all these ingredients and give it a pretty golden color. Yum, this is gonna be so delicious. All right, look how nice that looks. Ugh, can't wait to see how this turns out. All right, and we're all set. That is perfect. I'm gonna do one more thing. I'm gonna add a little bit more taco seasoning right to the top of our butter because now we're gonna flavor our puff pastry. Yum, this is gonna be so good. And we're gonna bake this in the oven at 400 for about 30 minutes. Wow, look at that. Oh, this looks so delicious. It is pretty much already cooked, but we are gonna add just a little more of our Monterey Jack cheese right over the top here. And then we're gonna put this back in the oven for just a few more minutes to let this cheese melt. Yum. All right. That should be perfect. Okay, so we're gonna put this back in the oven at the same temperature for about another 5 minutes until this melts. Wow, look at that. Oh, look at that melted cheese. This looks so good. Oh, yum. Can't wait to try this. How about you, Katie? Yeah. Okay, so we are gonna go ahead and just add a couple of things to spice it up. I'm gonna add some lettuce. We're just gonna top it right on top there. Oh, this is gonna look so amazing. And now I'm gonna use the rest of those tomatoes that I didn't finish using. I saved them just for this, so we can top it on top just for pretty color. And of course, some sour cream. All right, get some sour cream going here. Here we go. Woo! Oh, look at that. That looks so amazing. Ooh, yum. All right, so let's cut into this and see what it looks like. All right, I think I'm gonna cut a piece right over here so we can look inside, see how cheesy this is. Actually, I'll cut a big piece right there in the middle. Woo! Oh my goodness. Look how amazing that looks. Yum! You ready to try? Ooh!